In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make smooth boom bap beats for J. Cole. Let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with addictive keys because you can't go wrong with just a classic piano sound. And I want to put in a basic chord progression that's going to create the vibe, and then we start building from there. So we've done a 4-chord progression that's based on sevenths, and I played in the chords because I wanted to make sure I had that sort of natural sound to it. You can see with the strumming effect, with the velocity all different. Perfect, we've got a beautiful chord progression with a nice little top line now. Next we're going to layer the chords with a pad or a key sound from Analog Lab just to give it a bit more depth and texture. So next up we want to throw in like a cello or some strings, and that's going to add a bit more depth and texture. Okay, to finish off the melody, I think we want to put in a little vocal chop just to add a little bit more atmosphere. Then with a little bit of crystallizer you get a nice effect. So for the drums, I like to layer together a drum break with my own drums, and I'm going to record it in through the drum rack to make sure it has that natural bounce that you need. So we're just using 3 sounds to start off with. By the way, all the sounds I'm using are from this J Cactus kit, which is really good for boom bap, so check it out if you need one. So next let's move on to the bass to tie it all together. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for this beat we'll find like an old school sample to play with. So what we'll do is just chop out different parts of the progression that we want to keep. So when the progression changes here, I don't like that second chord, so I'm going to take out the 4th chord from the progression and put it in its place. And now we get this really nice dark interval. So now that we've set the vibe with the sample, I'm going to try and find a good drum break that we can use and then start layering our own drum sounds with. So a really simple drum break, but that's all you really need, just something that sets the groove, and then you can do as much as you want on top of it. What I'm going to do is go to groove, where I've applied some swing into the groove pool. Now this is quite important when you're doing boom bap beats because it allows you to create that swing that is sort of infamous from the MPC. So to do this, you just press this button here, which opens up the groove pool, and it will start off empty. And if you go into packs and then core library, you can find all the different grooves and try out different ones. Okay, so next let's go on to the bass again to tie it together. Again, it's about complementing the groove of the drums and also complementing the sample. So like I said, just following the bass line from the sample, but just doing some walking notes in between. There is the glaring issue of the bass not being sidechained to the kick because there is no kick essentially by itself. So what I like to do is just quickly put in another kick which I can use as a sidechain. It doesn't even have to be playing, it can be muted. And we're just going to follow the drum break and put the kicks wherever they are in the loop. So now if we listen to the bass line with the sidechain activated. So there you go, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so for the sample, I'm going to use something that's quite recognizable. It's from Common, I Used to Love Her, which is one of my favorite like old school 90s tracks. Cool, I think that sounds pretty nice. Let's see what else we can layer with it now. So like before with the drums, we're going to start off with the drum break. And again, using the same sounds in the drum rack, I'm just going to layer some stuff with it. Now let's record in the bass line, just following my own guitar chord progression. On this one we've kept the bass line really simple, just want it to lay in the back and not do too much. So if we layer this piano with the sample, it should sound pretty cool, I think. Also just layer the root notes of the chords on the piano as well, just give it a lot more depth. So hopefully now with all those layers we can mute the sample and it will still sound good when that drops out. Awesome, so hopefully you've seen from these boom bap beats that it really takes all these different elements to make it sound as good as possible. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Peace out.
UndaSkore got the Super Saiyan flow. Started off slow, let the high build and then you watch the rocks flow. Give my soul for the skill, so I'm certain that I mill 666 lettuce mixed with the Benadryl. UndaSkore came to kill, got the devil on my side. If you came to battle, then accept that you will die, cause I never will. Influence eternal, infinite confidence, but usually nocturnal. Listen to the sermon, efficient like I'm German. Burning desire to set fire to the vermin. Look at the rats, follow the cheese. Capitalists, full of the greed. Dogs chasing cats and all the ants, all they do is breed. Watch me plant the seed, yeah, inception is the goal. Sticking to my tenets, the prestige I can't control. Reminders of my past on my body like memento. Excuse the power trip, nobody's perfect, I ain't J. Cole.